What's up, y'all? First of all, let me apologize for yesterday because I left the stream running for like 8 hours. Um, and that's that. Hopefully, everyone's doing okay tonight. I'm doing another impromptu stream. Don't know what song I'm gonna make today. It's probably gonna be Mega Man X. I kind of want to work on Mega Man the Power Fighters. But I don't know if there's an easy way to like extract the sequences from that. So actually, let's see if there is. I need to make a new edge window. Oh man, the Power Fighters VGM. So there might be a way to convert it to a MIDI file. I'm not sure. And I want to do maybe the Wily War or the Wily theme. Where is it? Mecha Dragon. There we are. It's the dragon theme. Let's see if there's any tools. Well, this is an older one. I don't know how well this is going to work. All right, let's see if this works. Ah, that does not look like it worked at all. I want to see if it actually did anything when it converted. I don't think it did. It did something. It made tracks. That's about it. Okay, I didn't think that that would work. It's got loop points and stuff in it, but it doesn't have notation. Okay, so that didn't work. Wonder if there's another tool. Due to quirky coding, VGM to mid needs to run with Andy. Ah. I don't know what any of that means. I'm just going to chalk it up to not working. So there's another one, VGM2 MIDI. Let's see what this one does. Hopefully I'm not, you know, installing some kind of malware on my computer. Give me an interface. Nope. This one's actually based in DOS. Or command line, I should say. All right. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Command prompt code. I dare. Oh, no, it's right there. BGM to MIDI. Wow, this one's even older. Birding. Well, let's see what it does. It wants me to read the README for instructions. Sorry, that was funny. Is it done? Or is it frozen? It looks frozen. Just making sure my stream's going. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Hopefully that exported something, or maybe the MIDI file is way too large. 0 bytes. It didn't do anything. All right, I'll read me. It's literally the website. Easiest way is to drag and drop a VGM on top of the file. It will output a MIDI file into the same directory as itself with the same name, blah, 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 blah. Important to note that PSG has 4 channels. Each channel are mapped to fine. The options are instrument, where, blah, 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 blah. Loop, fade out. Don't care about the patches. Just want it to be able to output a MIDI file. I can worry about the patches later. And only supports PSG VGM files. Well, that's no fucking good. Well, I don't think there's an easy way to do this. That's kind of sad. In Java, I don't want to use Java. There are a ton of different converters. I wonder how all of them will work. One doesn't exist. What if we go to archive.org? Just in the past. It existed in 2021. Or so it says. It sure didn't. All right, let's go back to, my God, it's so old. Go back to 2017 and see what happens. (2011) (2010) Oh, this one actually exists. And I think it's the same file I literally just downloaded, so let's take a look. .sgm, scripts, sounds, write sets. Looks like it's working, or it looks like it might work. Let's just see what kind of VGMs these are. Okay. So it supports YM2612, but does it support other forms of VGM? Let's see. These are just conversions. They're not actually. Oh, it's all JavaScript. No executable to run. Game.sgm. I don't know what that means. Okay, no sense in trying something that's not going to work. So let's just choose a Mega Man X song. I think this might be the fun one to do. This might be my last Mega Man X song. Oh, terrible app. There you go. The app is malfunctioning, so I had to use my keyboard commands. This is fine. This one might be fun to do because like it's got a cool rhythm to it. And it looks like it's fairly easy. In other words, I'm not going to be here for hours doing this. Da, da, do. All right, synth M1. We'll start with the bass. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, do you hear that? Keeping an eye on this, I want to. Let's take a look at that in the spectral analyzer. I need to get the speed for the tremolo and the vibrato. I think I need to schedule like a streaming date because sometimes people just don't know. And I think today is one of those days because like haven't heard anybody responding right now, which is fine. Like obviously not always all the time people won't ever always be here, but yeah. Um that's a weird volume thing that's going on. It's like small, mid, high, small, mid, high. Duration 062. All right, I'm gonna have to make two different volume envelopes here. I'll you can't remember what synthesizer comes from. Anyway, oh, it was a D20. Roland D20 brass 3. MMX. Oh, it's a D110? That doesn't make sense. That's not the D110. I don't know why I called it D110. D110 doesn't even exist, Matt. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, get rid of this, delete. Let's get rid of this and get rid of this. I'm gonna make the modulator for the volume. So how am I gonna do that? All right, amplifier. Let's create a flexible envelope. Envelope flexible. All right, now max it out. Sorry, I'm gonna have to zoom in because I cannot see those tiny little numbers. Level, delta time. All right. So the length is 0.62. So this needs to be at right here. And this goes, whoop. Hey, Daisy. How's it going, Daisy? Okay, that should actually go there. This should be 0.62. Okay, that's kind of what I want. So I think the easiest way to do this would be to hit 0. And then hit, God, hit back that they're all moving. Middle. First of all, let's get some timing down. So 62 divided by 3. 62 divided by 3, 20. 20.6. So this should start at 20.6. Close enough. Put that to middle. Times 2, 41.3. This should be 41.3 right there. And then be 62. Good. Let's do this. That's what I wanted. Now, for me to do it correctly, I think I need to change the depth. Let's change that to about halfway. Not enough. 50%, I think. I think that'll work. It's going fine, I guess. I apologized earlier for forgetting to shut off the stream. Okay, so what am I going to control that with? Let's control it with MIDI CC 0. I wasn't back. So what happened when you looked? I'm assuming there was no video stream playing. It was just saying that I was live or something. Because I definitely stopped the stream, at least through OBS. I just forgot to shut it off on YouTube, which is fine. I was mostly worried about like dead air in my house because after that I had gone out. Yeah, that's what I figured. That. Oh, that's. Kill that. That. We'll kill this and then add a modifier for 0. La 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 la. Put this up high. La 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 la. Whoops. Hey Dennison, how's it going? Yeah, the synth brass is pretty cool. That didn't work. Why for aren't you not working? Look at the settings a little bit. Intensity. Make it 100%. 0, 0. Let's try it again. Still not working. What am I forgetting? The year isn't bad so far. Hopefully yours is doing well too. It's not working. 127? I forget how I did this. Let's turn it up. No. Did not work. I don't want to delete that. I need that. Let's save this really quick. That's all right, Dennison. Don't feel bad. Oh, I'm so funny. It's not working because I'm not doing anything with it yet. So I have to actually put it into the correct track. What a silly mistake. Density, volt will be 0. Put this to 0. I heard something wrong with the sample there. Let me fix that really quick. Wrong sound. Some of these samples aren't looped very well. Here we go. This song is pretty fun. Might be messing up because I got multiple volume envelopes on here. Let's delete this. No, not that. That's the one I need. Get rid of that one. See what happens. Not working. What happens if I invert it? Hmm. Hmm. Velocity doesn't... I'll get rid of velocity. So by default, this should have nothing to do with it. So it should play at full volume. If I turn this up, it should the envelope should affect the instrument. Kind of is. It's not fully doing it. Let's turn that up all the way. What if I do this? Oh, it's inverted. Let's try this then. Okay, let's do it again. So, just thinking about this logically, right now, envelope is set maximum. So if I go like this, it plays. If I invert it, it should not play. Oh no, it just inverts the volume envelope. Okay. So if I change it to 0, it doesn't play. But if I change the intensity with the modulator, in other words, CC0, then when the CC0 goes up, it should, like right here, it should kick in. Let's try it. No, it's not doing it. What if I invert it? No. What if I change this to 127? Still not working. Turn up the intensity. No, it's not doing it. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't want to have to do this. But well, let's just try these different levels, see what happens. Just gonna loop this. The sound is gonna get annoying, folks. I'm sorry. This will be fun if I can get this thing to work. I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is doing this the hard way. I'm going to add 1281. Doing it the hard way. So theoretically speaking, when this is, I'm going to put it about 75%, or maybe 65%. When I play this, it should play straight until this part of the note where it should kick the effect in, which is what I'm trying to do. And it'll do it automatically. The problem is it doesn't do it all the time. So I might have to bounce notes back and forth between tracks. It is working. like that. Forget how to zoom in. Zoom into this. That's oh, right click zoom. Okay. This perfect. That's what I want. And I need some release. Sounds kind of weird, but still. No, there we go. Release. Release. It's flexible. Envelope is such a pain in the butt. Doesn't fully work, but it might be close enough. All right, let's do it. See, it's barely happening, but you can see it if you look deep enough that there's a little bit of a vibrato in there. It's not even a... Oh, it's such a fine vibrato that I don't even know if you can hear it. It's at 132, so 0.132 divided by 1,000. No, how about 1,000 divided by 0.132? There we go, 758. Let's add pulse vibrato. No, pulse vibrato. Let's go this way. LFO. Rectangle is what I want. Gonna be a very fine vibrato. I already forgot what the value is. There it is. Okay, let's paste that in there. Oh, won't paste. 7. Uh-oh. I pasted the value of a vibrato and contact exploded. Denizen, yes, we do have the overdriven guitar. It is the one that's used in LCD, the one from LCD one. Well, I hate to say it, but guess what, folks? Kabloom! I just hope my last save wasn't that long ago. I do have autosave on, but let's just see what files were last accessed. Sigma. Oh no. Well, let's see how. Oh, luckily I should have the autosave for it because I don't think I saved the actual project. Thank God, it's a project file and not a .mid. Whew, got lucky there, folks. Let's save this as a project. Call it Sigma Fortress 1. And what did not get saved here? Okay, I see where it is. Should go, whoops. Lost it. Yeah, I am a little bit behind because of it, but I know what I need to do to fix it, so it's all good. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I got two playing. Interesting. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, that's pitch bend. Okay, this should be 75. Good with that. Save. Uh, let us add LFO again. Rectangle. Not very deep. Let's type it in this time, 7.58. Just look at the notes a little bit. That's so weird the way it happens. Okay. So I see what I gotta do here. What I need to do is let me just look at something really quick. So that volume effect is only ever done in the intro of the song. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave that vibrato in the middle of it. What I'll do, duplicate this track, copy the events, do that again without screwing it up. Dun, 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 dun. Events. Okay. And then, oh, it's not fine enough. Change this to 2. Good. Good. There we go. And then on this one, let's get rid of this crazy envelope. We'll add a regular ADSR. And I think the vibrato's too deep. We can change that. Okay, let's change this one to also be 15-ish, because right now it's at 30. Close, but no cigar. Let's change this to have a slow release. Good enough. Um, but I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Let's do this. No, I can't, because that's gonna script the mixing. I have to. Okay. Okay, we'll make you channel 1, you channel 2. You both come out of this. Save. No, wrong one. Make both come out of this. And what I'll do is I'll save this as backup or whatever. I don't know. I just need it to be something different. I'll move it here. And let's move these down here. This here. And we'll do the same thing. So notation. Sorry, there's a method to my madness right now. I got two of the same channel, or two different channels doing the same thing in a unique way, so I'm trying to keep them separated. And then these can come out of this, and then this go here. This can go here. I'll do this. rid of that. Do this, get rid of that. Theoretically speaking, we should hopefully... Oh, I have to load this stuff again. Save this one as first, just so I can keep track of what's what. We will load this first, back up. Now, theoretically speaking, this echo should work. What's up, Carlo? Good. What happened? Something happened. What did I do? I broke something. We save first and undo. That should be the base. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, base goes back here. This goes here. This, good. And this goes here. I got confused there for a second. I haven't been following YouTube a lot, Carlo. Silly me thinking that this song would be an easier one to do. That's so funny. Let me just add the guitars. I believe the guitars are same tracks, or not same tracks, same channels. Dun, dun. SPC. That's good that chip synth makes your workflow easier, Carlo. By doing MMX. Oh my god. Good times. I think they're too deep. Go 7. I thought one was detuned, but it's not. As you can see, when you stop it at a specific spot, they play at the same pitch. I think it's just delayed. We need two. No, one track. Let's try it. I think it's gonna go here. I'm going to bounce the clips. I keep nothing but the notation by filter. Delete everything else. Oh, if I'm doing that, then I could just keep one track. I don't need to. Delete that. Load this up. MIDI track 1. Guess I gotta change the max volume count to 2. All right, let's change it to 4. Get rid of everything. There. Extract, expand, expand. All right, we should get guitars now. And I think it's because I got legato mode on, so let's get rid of that. Now that that is done, let's load up LFO. Give it some vibrato. And why are there two? Oh yeah, this one has multiple vibratos. Wait in about 51 milliseconds. Good. Lower the depth. There's one thing I have to do. insert MIDI track. Now let's just do a fine. You right here. Wrong track. Right here. Up. Change you. Load this. Does that have a fade, I wonder? It does. Change it to 250. 400. Guess we have to assign it a channel. Sorry, you guys are talking and I am completely missing it. Bear with me a sec. Let me just finish this really quick and I will catch up. Get rid of the vibrato on that. So password theme. Isn't that the It does have the organ that I don't have, but I can use the substitute instrument that I'm using for Armored Armadillo. Was it Armored Armadillo? Or was it Spark Mandrill? I think it's Armored Armadillo. See what I don't have the sound, but here, let me grab it really quick. So I don't have the sound, but I have something that's close to it, and that's what I'm using. I believe the sound may have come from the D20 rather, and I'm using the D50, but this is the sound I'm using. It's not the same sound, but it kind of sounds the same. I don't. I'm trying to think of how that would work. Blah blah blahs. Did I say that right? Not sure how you would use AI to remake Super Nintendo tracks. I have used AI to separate tracks to hear them better, but you don't need to do that with an SPC player. Carlo, I've never used a VST called Vital. And yes, I did see your question about Konami. I think I did mention this yesterday. I think the samples are nice. They're long and bigger than normal, but they sacrifice the Super Nintendo Echo, which works for the kind of music they make. And sorry, Black Sun, I'm just going to catch up. Really like a restoration of the password theme. Still do commissions. I never did commissions before, to be honest. So I could do the password theme. How about we do that next time? And question, or do I just have a really good ear and can spot these things out little by little? Honestly, I've been remaking music since 95. I gotta say. And yeah, I've trained my ear to be able to listen to things very closely. Like I can hear certain things in songs that's happening. Like right there, I can already tell the bass in this song with only like 1 second of listening to it. The bass is flanging, which means it's probably using 2 tracks and it's probably detuning. So let's. Yeah, see? I just didn't know which tracks they were, but I heard it instantly. And if I were listening to this without separating the tracks, I can hear notes in the right speaker that are mirroring the bass, but I can also hear it echoing in the left speaker. And just by listening to it, I can already tell that that is the same sample that I remade in Chipsynth C64 with the Spark Mandrel restoration. See if I can find it. So that would be there it is. You can already tell. And I remade that sound. I couldn't find the source of that sound, so I just remade it. I could tell that it's created from sawtooths and they're octaved and they're detuned. So yeah, I could I'm not trying to boast or anything, but I'm basically just trying to prove that yes, I can analyze this stuff and not need AI to do it. Let's get the panning for that. So that sounds like it's centered. It is. And that's centered, and that's centered. That's weird. The brass is all centered. But that is not centered. I don't really have a lot of nostalgia for Final Fantasy Tactics, so it's not really something that I would probably work on. Hopefully somebody does though, because it does have some good music in it. But again, it's not really something that I have a lot of passion with, so I probably wouldn't do a very good job doing it, honestly. Okay, those are the emulator emu 2 strings. Emu emulator 2 strings. I'll get that right one day. No, it's emulator 3, not 2. Emulator 2 sounds like Kurzweil strings. Are they in the same channels? OFO6, OFO6. That means I can double them up. Instruments, contact, call you emu, emulator 3 strings. And I'm kind of cheating there because actually the strings that I have are from... Actually, you know what? If I load the Chrono Trigger strings, they will be the same sound. So let's just do full strings right there. I think these ones are stereo. That's not. I know I have the full stereo versions of those strings in here somewhere. Probably in the instruments folder. Full stereo. I want stereo strings. Stereo strings. Come on. There you are. Full strings 88. These are the emulator 3 versions of those strings. Not in stereo. No, they're here. Where are my strings? Try this one. It's larger. That's stereo. I'm like, let's try this one. It's larger. Let's save that in my MMX folder so I know where to find it next time. Okay. And I know that the strings are playing in the same channel. Not same channel, but the same same panning, same volume. They don't do any weird special effects, so I'm just going to bounce them and play them on the same track. Save some room for me. Lets me add a bunch of different effects to it. I think I got legato mode on. That's probably why it's only playing one note. Yep. Try that again. I need some release on it. See, it's this sample here, but it's like a cut sample. I think it's just panned slightly to the left. Oh, and it's got a release on it, doesn't it? Let's put, I don't know, 600 release. What's up, Cloud and Ichiro? How are you? These lost their volume. That's funny. Why are they so quiet? All right, let's bounce these. Bounce. Make sure there's no weird volume commands in there. There aren't any. And now the strings are fucked. I hate Cakewalk so much. I need to get rid of it. Ichiro actually gave me a license for Cubase, but I can't use it because it only supports ASIO, and I can't stream with ASIO. Okay, let's do this. Get rid of everything except the notes. Let's reset the volume. Black Sun, good question. Restoring sound effects isn't easy because a lot of the sound effects, first of all, it's hard to determine where the tones came from. Second, most of them are FM tones. I could make new sound effects that sound like the old ones, but the sound effects in Chrono Trigger are just tones and pitch modulation. So basically, they're just FM. You could do it with higher quality versions of the tones. If I knew the samples that the tones came from, which nobody would, it takes a lot of determination and spectral graph analysis to figure it out. And I guess most of the sounds probably just came from the Super Nintendo SDK anyways, unless Square made their own. But let's say I did make a sound effect using a full version of a tone that was used to create that sound effect. It might work, but pitch modulation is not easy to do. It's not an easy effect to make. I don't even know of a tool that can do pitch modulation with samples like the Super Nintendo can. If the Super Nintendo had an input that allowed you to do it, which I kind of asked Plog if they were willing to do that, they said no. The only other option is to recreate the sound effect with chip synth and a very high quality version of the sample, because at that point it's still Super Nintendo samples anyway. And even then, it wouldn't really be close to the original because a lot of the times, like sample loudness and other things affect pitch modulation in FM because they're modulating the tone is modulating against the waveform of another tone. In some cases, you're modulating noise against a tone, and then it causes something like breathing sound effects or wind or something like that. So it can be done. It's just going to be a lot of work, and I don't know. I just haven't really had a lot of interest in doing that. And Cloud, sorry, I thought I don't know if I answered this, but I'm doing all right. Hopefully you're doing well too. All right, let's get the melodic sounds out of the way, and then we'll... I think all the melodic sounds are out of the way. What's this? Crash cymbal next. Not a lot of different sounds in this song. All right, let's do the crash cymbal next. But that means I gotta pull it out of both these tracks because it's playing in two different tracks. Okay. Crash, 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 crash. Paste you here. And save because I know my luck. It's weird that the composer chose to have just one track for a kick. There's got to be a reason they did that. I'll read you guys in messages. Sorry. I could be wrong, but is this not just doubling up the crashes? This looks like it's doubling up the crashes. Why are they doubling up the crashes? Are they playing at two different pitches? Sorry, I gotta play this soloed for a second. I gotta figure out why they're doubling up the crashes. It's just doubling it up. It's just making it louder. There's no point for that. It's playing them with two different envelopes too. It's the same pitch. It's just slightly different volume. It's just making it louder. And it caused a little bit of an echo there. I did, Denizen. In fact, I made a whole video about it. Here. I think it was a Chip Synth SFC video where I explained how the lava, like we tried to remake the Lavos sound effect. Chip Synth SFC Matthew Valente sound effects. It's here somewhere. I know I did it. No. I swear I did it. I gotta find my playlist. Doot doot. Oh, walk and talk. We gotta do walk and talk videos again. Here it is.
DSSF.
I don't want to hear myself talk. But yeah, this is it right here. I'll paste the link in the chat. End the video at 8 minutes. SFC. It's got some really cool effects that you can put together. So now that we know the basis of, kind of makes me wonder how they did it back in the day. Okay, so it's not perfect, but you get the idea. Kind of. I wonder if I still have that. Music work, SPC, CT. I think I do have that. Actually, does the video tell me what the file name is? No, it doesn't, because I got it covered up. That makes me wonder. I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere. Hang on a sec. No, Cakewalk projects. Lavos, maybe. There you are. I think I knew I had it. Okay, so this was that project. So yeah, again, it's not perfect, but it does. This is Super Nintendo compliant. But as you can see, noise, strings, tone, more noise, and I think that's more noise. That's fun. Actually, that's not a bad recreation, even though it's not fully accurate. No worries, Denizen. I think it might actually be a very old video. When did it come out? It came out 4 years ago. Oh, and it has the project in there too if you want to take a look at it. I made a multitimbral.midi file so that you can import the MIDI file and then load the presets within ChipSynth. Yeah, the thing that in Blackson, the thing that annoys me with all these remixes, or not remixes, remakes, is they just get someone to make an orchestral remix of it, and it always sounds the same as like every other orchestral remix. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the music for Final Fantasy VII Remake. When I was doing Chrono Resurrection, I did try to make it sound, better and orchestral and whatever, but I also tried to give it the personality of the Super Nintendo music. That's fine, Carlo. Everybody can prefer whatever they want. I prefer the original Super Nintendo versions because I grew up on them. It's like Dragon Ball Z. You might be a Funimation fan. I might be an Ocean fan. But it's all the same thing in the end. Let's try to finish this song. Get rid of this for a sec. Okay, I am not doubling up the crash. I'll just make it louder. That might not be the right pitch. Okay, I'll fix the pitch in a minute. I just want to get everything separated. Let's do the electric toms really quick. Ah, it unselected everything I did. Okay, I have to change the pitch on that. I'm going to catch up in a sec. Sorry, let me just finish this really quick. All right, let's do this. I honestly prefer those. Actually, now that you mention it, the orchestral version of Final Fantasy 12 Remake was really good. For the originals, for me, there's something cheesy about bumpers for remasters, and I really hate cheesiness. Original game. To me, so the idea with restorations isn't to replace the original. It's basically to make the song with the original style and flair without all the Super Nintendo I can say resolutions, the Super Nintendo restrictions. You're welcome, Denison. I'm glad most of like this work that I'm doing is it's just something I enjoy. So I'm glad it's giving you some value in the stuff you do as well. My cakewalk is malfunctioning. When I click on places, it's not actually changing my. That's so annoying. Cakewalk is such a pain in the ass. All right, so let's do electric toms. And then I'm going to cheat, not really cheat, but I'm just going to drag this happy little. Oh, I think I know what I did. I had the wrong tool selected. You know what? I'm blaming Cakewalk for my own miscoming, so that's my bad. I am going to load the hi-hats. And then MIDI channel 1, play. Why are you not playing? Oh, because I have to do this. Okay, let's get the correct pitch. I think I moved the wrong ones. I think the hi-hats are right here. All right, let's get some kick and snare in there. As well cymbals. All you hi-hats. Pickety hi-hats. So these are all the kicks. So let's move the kicks down here. We'll load up my preset for it. Kick, 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 MMX kick. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Oh, right there. I don't know if that's the right pitch. The SNES sample is obviously much edited. It could be bad libraries. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. To me, I just think most musicians nowadays make all the orchestral things sound the same. You know, I could listen to anything Marvel now, and it just doesn't really do it for me because it's like the same. The same. It's all the same. One thing I like about video game music, especially Nintendo music, is like they work super hard to put personality in the music so that it differentiates itself. I mean, that being said, the Super Mario music, Super Mario movie music was kind of samey. Although the remixes of the the game versions or the game music rather was pretty good. But I think that's because somebody else wrote them. Anyways, I can't really comment too much on that because I am paying attention to this for a second. Okay, let's get a snare in there, and then all the samples will be swapped. At this point, it'll be just mixing. Pitch is a little too high. Maybe -1. Let's do this for a moment. And Alt P. Oh, that won't work. Alt P, run start.txt, run cal convert. Work. I don't think that would have worked. No, it didn't. I don't know if that's gonna work. Why wouldn't that work? Let's try that again. Alt P, run start.txt, work. Okay, that worked. So I just converted the volumes to velocities. That should make the volumes glitch out less. Now let's just get rid of all those extra commands we don't need. Fire velocity. Mixing time. Oh, I gotta. Helps if I put it back on time. Oh, don't you crash. Something killed my sound. Oh, that'll do it. Scared me there for a sec. All right. Select all. Output reverb to hit reverb. Hi-hats follow reverb or follow track pan. Follow track pan. Everything else is centered. Okay. Hi-hat or kick, snare, no crash. Oh, I bet you $100. That's why they doubled up the crash. Because one crash is not using echo and the other one is. Figures. Well, I have a trick for that. Okay, so la 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 5. Hi-hats, kick, and bass are not using echo. So let's go to my thingy. Hi-hat, kick, and then bass. Where's bass? Bass, 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 bass. Are going to go down. My crash will be just slightly lowered. There we go. Sorry, Black Sun. I've not heard of what. I found my new. Sorry, let me reread that. I actually found my new favorite type of remix called merges or mashups, where you mix the original with the remaster. Is that just like taking the original song and adding stuff to it, like a drum loop or something? Some of them can sound really good. Or you know what? I guess some remasters would sound really good with the original music added in as an Easter egg or something. It's kind of like how Super Mario RPG's ending used the original Super Nintendo version of the music and then it faded into the remastered version of the song. Oh yeah, no, that's pretty cool. That sounds fun. I noticed I had the distortion guitars playing in the strings. It's such a weird place to loop. Alright, let's do some mixing. Do not trust AI to tell you what came from where. It lies all the time. I once asked it where the Final Fantasy 6 samples came from, and it told me it came from a YM2612, which is a Sega Genesis. Sorry, I just saw what you guys were talking about. I'm like, no, don't rely on that. That's wrong. I mean, Black Sun, if someone else wants to make mashups, that's great. I just want to focus on other fun things. Which one does that go to? Oh, that was weird. That was not intentional, but it sounded fun. Okay. Should go to K. Okay, it's going to the first one, that's why. How's it going, Rob? Yeah, Cakewalk is a little infuriating, but gets me to where I need to be sometimes. These ones, Rob, I'm not actually writing the music. These are extracted sequences from the Super Nintendo games using the samples that the Super Nintendo games got their sounds from before they were edited for Super Nintendo. So what you're hearing here is a remaster of what it would have sounded like if the Super Nintendo didn't have 64 kilobytes of RAM limitations or 8 channels limitations, or used real reverb instead of echo, for example. You know, it's basically just they call it, like, we call it restoration, but restoration isn't a proper term. I don't think there's a real major correct way to describe it. Some things didn't translate over, for example, that effect that you can hear in the brass right here. Where is it? Is the effect that I did in Contact that I kind of just recreated. Like, if you look at the effect here, it's just looping this effect right here. And I got that because I looked at the waveform over here. You can see it doing the same thing right here. But it is the same sounds. Like, if you listen to this, you can hear the sample that the Super Nintendo used. And then the sound that came from the Roland D20. And it sounds way more brassy on the Super Nintendo because it's short looped, whereas the D20's version of the sound um, is longer, and it actually phases in and out because it's a synthesizer, right? It synthesized the sound. What else? You can tell that Mega Man X uses the Seinfeld bass, which is the Korg M1. So that's why I got the Korg M1 going right here. Oh, that's not it. It's just compressed and short looped. But like if I did this, for example. Same sound. Except, of course, the one in this version is full fidelity. And then you got the emu strings, very popular ones, which most Final Fantasy used. Got that string right here. Just very short looped. Same sound. Shorter loop. So, yeah, that's the whole purpose of what I'm doing here, is basically just increasing the fidelity of all the sounds. Yeah, I don't know if I think I told you guys this story yesterday, but I used to have a friend who worked at Capcom Japan. Walked by the office of who was the Mega Man X composer again? Was it Setsuo? Anyways, he asked him where the guitar came from because at that point we didn't know where it came from. He said it either came from the S50 or the U110. Definitely not the U110. S50 was a good clue because it was the LCD1 guitar. So like Spark Manjo's theme, for example, in full fidelity. And you guys, I kind of want to try to do a full fidelity version of this song right here as soon as I figure out where I put it. This one. Why isn't it playing? This song right here. Either a full... You might not notice a lot of difference in the sound quality. I don't think I need to modulate the guitar. Because if you listen to this song, a lot of the sounds sound like they could be in Mega Man X3 or 2. In fact, I think a lot of the samples came from X3 or 2. It's definitely CPS1. Fidelity just means a better quality version of the same thing. Think of the Super Nintendo version being like, I don't know, 8,000 hertz, and my remaster being something like 100, 44,100 hertz. Kind of the same thing, just sounds better. Not that I'm saying the original doesn't sound good, but yeah. But if you listen to this, it sounds very similar to this. So the problem with this is I would have to remake the entire song. And that would be like a 4 to 5 hour stream minimum. You guys have watched me remake music before. In a tracker it would be faster, but yeah, I don't think I would want to try to restore anything through a tracker. Anyways, you guys, I think I might call it. As far as I am concerned, this song is nearly done. Just needs a little bit of finishing touches. calling it. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for your discussion, actually keeping the chat alive. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being there for me. I'll talk to you guys later. If I were to do like a games kind of night stream, what day would you say would be good? I can't do it Wednesday. Would you want that to be like a weekend kind of thing, or? Anyways, yeah, let me know. I will talk to y'all later. Black Sun, you can reach me on Twitter or what's it called, Blue Sky. My username is just TSSF. Weekend kind of works. Maybe a Sunday night or something. Okay, we'll do it on Sunday. All right, guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. If I don't talk to you, and I'll try to get these songs all finished and mastered up, and then I'll throw them up on the YouTubes. All right. Take care. Night.